Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lynda from the Rosey Life Planner, and if you've been here for a while, you know what I'm gonna say. Hello lovelies! So welcome back to another video, and as always I'm here with another monthly setup video. This month I'm going to be using our May subscription kit to set up my monthly, weekly and daily spreads. Most of May I'm going to be out of Finland, back in Ireland visiting family, so I want to have my spread set up to be able to actually just be on the road and journal with minimal effort compared to normally having everything here that I have at my desk. So lovelies, if that's a type of video that you think you're interested in, please consider liking and subscribing to our channel. It helps us find more lovelies just like you. So lovelies, grab a cup of coffee, cup of tea, even a glass of water, sit down. It's probably gonna be a long video as they normally are, but relax and enjoy, and let's just get straight into the video, shall we? Here I have my planner. I don't have it fully in the cover because I was journaling yesterday, but yeah, my current cover setup, I have items from the coffee and planning box, little items like this. I love the sticker coffee because murder is wrong, and it is, but I have all my little things about coffee here. I have just a little card that came with one of the things because I love the card. I'm gonna need my little tabs because we're going into a new month. So lovelies, let's just begin. I have my vellums here. I have my stickers off to the side. I want to show you because I'm going as I said, to Ireland to visit family. I'm going to be bringing my sticker book. This is from the coffee and planning box. As far as I know, there's still a few on our website. I'll link our site below. They should be still in the new releases because it was the latest new release. It's a sticker book. I love this because I can just put it here in the back of my planner, and I can put my planner on top, and I can have everything in the one place. I have most of my May stickers in here already for traveling, so you can see here I have some washies, that type of thing, and I'm going to put some pet tapes in here. It's a good way to stay organized instead of bringing all your sheets with you when traveling. This was last month, which was April. I enjoyed so much using the April kit. I'm going to be sad to see the purples going, but it is a new month, and March, February, I love so much just, you know, when you fold the pages out like this and you're able to see the different kits, like that makes me happy. But let's move on to the May section. So as I said, I am traveling in May, but I want to have it set up and just to know what I have before and what I have after I return. So let me start with dating this page, because you know how much I love just changing the numbers so that they're a little bit darker, and that's why I made them light in this planner, so that you can change the dates to do whatever you want with them. So first I white them out, so I'm going to do that. Okay, lovelies, next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in, this is a new addition to our sticker sheet, so I added these extra numbers. They're a little bit smaller than the sheet here that is on sheet 8, and these you can use for daily section, for weekly section. It's up to you, but I'm gonna try these for this month. I've never done that before, so I'm gonna try them this month. So I'll just speed you up so that you don't have to watch me do this boring part. Okay, lovely. So as you can see, that is now all the numbers on the page. I'm going to try to zoom you in just a little bit more. The sun is shining in the window right now, so it's quite bright, but hopefully you can see that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these days of the week along the top, because I widened out those two. So I have the Tombow 837, the Tombow 177, the Tombow 817, and the Tombow 098. They were the ones that I thought best suited. What do I want to do next? I think I'm going to go in with some deco. So first of all, I want to probably get some washi, because washi is the thing I feel it's always good to put down on the part of the week that, or the part of the month that you're not going to be using. So I think I'm going to go with that one. And I have my scissors here. And the great thing about washi paper is that you see, washi sticker paper, you see through it and you can just cut it exactly to length and just peel it off. Ouch. Of course, not like that. Gently. And then I just put down where I want it to begin. Okay, so we have that, and then the last part of it would be here, but I think I'm gonna continue it a bit. How do I want to continue this? Maybe something, I think I'm going to continue it on from there, or will I? I think I will start it from probably around here, just so that it's not too, I will bring it to here, so let's start it from here. Okay. Just start by laying it down. Just like that. So now we have our beautiful washi in place. Loving that. And then let me see, what do I want to do up here and along here? I always use my chapter sticker. This was what I was showing you here, and I really like to be able to flip through them and see them each one. So I think I'm going to use that, but what am I going to put there? Oh, I really like that. The me. That could be cute. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Oh, don't want it to go bent. It's actually quite hard because the camera is a little bit, or the notebook is a little bit further away from the edge of my desk because of how the camera setup is, so it's a little bit hard to bend across, but that's that. And then below it I'm going to put the chapter sticker. I might put, if I have a little floral, let me see. I like this little that to about there. I'm always trying to line up the text as much as I can. And this is where the tweezers just come in handy to get it aligned. Okay, something like that. And then I will use a little butterfly from here just to dress this up a little bit. And this little floral here. Okay, loving that. And up here. And then here I like to write all the things that I want to do this month. Also, I want to, while I'm on the trip, because I don't know if I mentioned it in the last video, but since I've had that blood pressure problem and anxiety problem that I had ongoing, I think the anxiety had come from, you know, the initial diagnosis of the blood pressure, which sort of put me in a little bit hyper vigilance with my health. And I'm so glad it did, because I have now lost 4 kilos. I have been keeping my step daily goal at 12,000 steps. And it has been working for me so far. If I go back, I started around the 18th of March here, and I was 83.8 kilos. And I'm now around 79.7, so I'm down about 4.1 kilos, which is pretty good in about a month and a bit. And it has really changed my life to figure out that I have this blood pressure thing, and it really made me aware of sitting for long periods of time and the importance of getting up and moving. And my blood pressure is starting to come down again, and my doctor is slowly weaning me off from some of the blood pressure medication, which is also excellent and shows that a healthy lifestyle, you're not doomed. So if you're having also blood pressure problems or anything like that, please remember that you're not alone, and that you can influence your own health from different health habits. I've always been someone who's gone to the gym, but maybe for the last year or two, you know, with planning and everything, I sometimes forget that, you know, this shouldn't be my only hobby, and I should take care of my physical health. So it was a good reminder, and I feel like I'm back, I'm a little bit back on track, and I'm trying to stay on that track. It's not easy for anybody who knows. It's not easy to stay in shape, and especially if you're not, you know, it's not sort of like a natural thing for you to go to the gym. For me, it's not something that I love to do, but I have now learned the importance of it the hard way. So if there's anything I can say to you planner lovelies, please try to remember to get some steps in, because I learned the hard way of why they're so important. And I definitely can see the difference when I have now started prioritizing my health. And I cannot say enough to you to try to also do it, because your health is your wealth. It's the only thing that will keep you showing up. I have learned that if I'm not in my best like self, how can I show up for you guys? So I have now decided that I am taking my health on to my responsibility, and I'm going to do what it takes to actually feel good and show up feeling good. So, and I also said that I'm definitely going to, if something works, I'm going to share it with you. So I want to say that I've been doing these 12,000 steps now since March 18th, and 12,000 every day. I had one day, I think, where I didn't reach it because I was sick. But other than that, I've reached them every day, and it has literally made my weight go down. Drinking more water has helped my blood pressure. Also drinking tea instead of coffee. I've given up coffee. So I drink decaf still, but yeah, just little health things. If there's anything else you would want to know, just leave some questions down in the comments and I'll address them in the next video. But I wanted to share that with you, and you're not alone out there with health struggles or with any goal. Just start. And that was my thing. I didn't know where to start and how to get it down, and I just said I have to start somewhere, and I did it. And it's starting to come down. My blood pressure every morning when I measure it now is back to normal ranges, even though I have medicine, but I'm starting to lower the medication week by week. So let's see if it stays there and if the healthy lifestyle just like keeps it down. But lovelies, let's continue with the planning. I love this little desk scene, so I knew when I created this that I needed to cut this out. So this is one of the vellums that is from the May collection. So for this, I want to, I'm trying to think, where do I want to put this? I'm going to slice this a little bit further here so that it won't hang over the edge. I love this. I kind of like that just right there. Oh, this is pretty. Yeah, I'm going to put it there. So I need some tape. Have my I'm going to pop this down to here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to then cut it away from the page right here. I hope you're all keeping well. I wish I could do more videos, unfortunately, especially this month because we have our trip. I have all the kits going out, also the travel box going out, so it's literally an impossible task at the minute to make more videos than this. But I promise as soon as we get more control over everything, I'm gonna start creating more how-tos, journaling, spreads, and maybe even some weekly videos of just my planning throughout the week. Okay, so now I'm loving this. Check this out. Love it. And I'm thinking I'm gonna do something up here also, but with what? I think this little one, I like it. So I'm gonna do from this vellum. So with the vellums, just remember you don't have to use them just as like pages, or they can be used like for cutting out, as like people use them just as stickers. You can use them like as making little pop-up things. You can also use them in card making, not just on kits. So a lot of people struggle to know what to do with the vellums, and I do understand that it is something that's sort of daunting at the beginning, but I promise, just cut the vellums and start sticking them down. It's the only way that you will start to understand like how they work and how you can make some really cute things with them. When I started doing it, I didn't know how to do it either, and I just started making little pop-up things, and now I just can't imagine my planning without it. So that's that. Now we have this little flap and this little flap, and that's looking cute. What I need to do is we are leaving on our trip on Saturday, which is why I don't mind under here being taped. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little butterfly just under here, and I'm gonna mark it with camper van trip to Ireland. So on Saturday we will be leaving to Ireland to see my family. My family are all there, and I've been living in Finland for 11 years, and I get to go home maybe once every 2 years. Last year I got to go home to see my family because there was an event on, but usually it can be 2-3 years, and during COVID it took ages to see them. So it's so nice to be able to go home every now and then. So I'm so excited. I'm super excited to go home to see everybody. And as I mentioned over on Instagram, you know that I share practically my whole life, what I'm eating for breakfast, everything with you guys. So you will be taken on the trip with me, so don't worry about that. Yeah, so that's my little spread. I don't want to fill anything in for this month yet so far, because there is a lot of things. We're going to be away until the 20th. On the 21st, I know about one thing that I can fill in. I'm going to use this little bow from here. We have our foster family training night. If you didn't know either, me and my husband are training to become full-time foster parents. We currently are a support family for 2 little girls in our local community. And what a support family does is you take the children once a month for a weekend, and you help the family by doing that. So it's a social services. We work for social services, but yeah, we do that as something we want to do in our community. And now we have discussed, we have tried for children for many years, and it hasn't happened as of yet for us. We haven't given up, but we've decided that we would like to maybe go down the road of full-time fostering and then see where life brings us. We're not giving up. We're just taking different routes, and hopefully one day we land where we're supposed to, and I believe we will. So yeah, and other than that, I don't want to put anything yet on here because we haven't planned. We're going to be on ships most of here. We probably won't get to Ireland till the 6th. My sister's birthday is here. I guess I can mark that in. Pamela's birthday. I'm hoping that we will be near her in Ireland then, and we'll be able to spend the evening with them. My husband's, or my sister's husband, is actually Mexican, so actually they're not married, but technically they've been together for so long that I call him his husband, and he is just so funny, and I just love the two of them together, so I can't wait to see them. I can't wait to see all my family, and it's such a joy to be able to leave Finland sometimes, because I don't know if many of you are Finnish who are watching, but Finland can be really hard from around the end of September, October until now in May. It's pretty dark. It's not that it's dark, but it's like dull. There's nothing growing. It's very, yeah, it's just a really hard climate to live in. So I'm so excited to go home and see the green fields of Ireland, see the sheep in the fields, eat some Irish food. I'm delighted, and to be able to do it with my dogs. They're coming in the camper with us, and with my husband. It's always a treat, so can't wait. So lovelies, that is my setup for now. I normally put all the things that I need to get done along the side here. And I will list them before I leave, because I have a bunch of things I need to do while I'm on the road anyway. But I'll know more at the end of the week what is still needing to be done, and that I didn't get done before I go. So that is my monthly section. So into the weekly section, I have? This was a spread actually that I made with the coffee and planning items. I loved how this spread turned out, but here we are on this week, and yeah, this is the week we're in now. I haven't filled it out because I want to fill it out with you guys, and because May already started on Thursday, I wanted to use the May kit. So I'm going to set that up how I would set it up usually, which is this spread, and I'm loving how this is turning out right now, and it's working so well for me. Like, I have my gym in here, I have my daily check-in with myself, what I'm eating, what I'm posting on social media, what I need to do for shop and work, and personal appointments or things I need to do for personal things. And then anything in the weekend I have planned, I put it down here, and then just a weekly priority task. So I'm going to set that up with you. What I'm going to show you is I have a ruler here and I have a pen, and this pen is just like a biro, and I do that because when I write with a gel pen, when I draw lines, if you're drawing the lines too fast, you know, your hand smudges the ink. So I use just a ballpoint pen for just marking out the lines, because it's just a much easier way to stop the smudging. Okay, lovely. So once you have your 5 lines in, I messed up a little bit here and I drew the lines a little bit further away from each other, so I just widened them out. But once you have them in, you can start sectioning off the sections that you would like each week. With my weight loss thing that I have going on at the moment, and just trying to better my health in general, I want to be more aware of like what I'm putting into my body, and what is having the sort of effects on my blood pressure, on how I'm feeling, on the energy, on my steps, on whether I'm going to the gym or not, how I'm feeling each morning. So there's different things that I really need. So the thing is, I feel like with this view, I'm able to see a sort of weekly overview. And like, let's say I have too many things in this area, then I'm like, okay, I need to spread this workout, because again, something that affects blood pressure is stress. So I know that I have high cortisol, so I need to try to bring that down. So I've been trying to sort of divide my workout so that it's a lot more like manageable and a lot more less stressful days. So I have my major to-dos and just a running to-do list that I can just add to from here, and I take the items from here and I put them to here where I can manage them. Then social media, I'm not putting too much pressure on myself with social media, because it's that type of thing. You create a reel and 5 people see it. So I just don't want to anymore put so much emphasis on social media, and just be there for you guys. I've always been on stories. I've always been here on YouTube on a regular basis every month, and that is what I can keep up with at this point. So that's what I'm doing. And then if I'm able to make a reel or something for fun, then I can do that, but I'm not putting pressure on myself only to keep up with the videos that I have here, and to show my face on stories every day and be there for you guys, help you with your planning. That is my main thing. I don't want to show up on social media just making reels and this sort of thing with absolutely useless information, where I would rather to show up on stories, wish you a good day, give you some like quotes from a book I'm reading, like those sorts of things, something of value for you guys, rather than just, you know, putting out just product photos or that sort of thing. So that's what my social media area is for. And also obviously if we have a sale or something, I'll put it there because it's something out of the norm. Then my meals, I have been trying to keep to a 3 meal a day basis, snack if I need it, but those 3 meals I have to get at least 30 to 40 grams of protein in each meal, and I'm just keeping regular check of what I'm eating. I don't have any caloric deficit or anything, but I must be in a deficit. Obviously I've lost some weight, but you know, I'm eating healthier, so I'm basically not putting myself under any pressure to be a certain size, to be a certain weight. I just want to live a healthier lifestyle, get my blood pressure in check and get my stress down. So keeping track of my meals there. When I can, of course, I will miss a meal or two. Like here, I was sick this afternoon. I had a stomach bug, so I just left it because I didn't eat anything. And then with my workouts, so I don't have as many workouts every week. I think this one was cancelled, so basically I try to aim for 2 runs a week and 2 weightlifting. But the thing is, some weeks I feel like going to the gym more, so I'll go that 3rd time, and sometimes I don't. So it's about taking the pressure off and doing like the bare minimum. So I'm telling myself 2 times at the gym, 2 runs a week. You can do them on the same day if you want, whatever way works, but I split them up. And then sometimes I'm like, oh, I have nothing to do, so I'll go for a run or I'll go to the gym, and then I end up doing more than what I had. But when you set these massive goals for yourself and then you don't reach them, then you're just like, oh, the hell with everything. And I'm starting to realize that that's just not the way I want to do things. I want to put the bar low so that if I do reach the bar, then I can add in something else. But for now, I'm keeping with what I have. And then I have this daily check-in area. One thing I want to do is I want to have a place for putting my daily steps in. I think it will motivate me. It will also show me on the days what other things were going on that maybe impacted my steps. So I want to put that there. So I'm gonna now use my normal pen. As I said, I use this pen for drawing lines because it doesn't smudge, but this one, it does dry fast, but just not quite as fast as I need to dry for lines. So first of all, I'm going to draw the line for the days of the week down here with the normal pen. This pen brings me back so much memories of high school. And then to about here. And I'm basically following my layout from before. And for work, it's about here. And my social media is practically my work too, so and then my meals here. I think I'm gonna put my workouts and then my steps, or I might put steps here actually. Steps, my workouts. I don't need as much space for those either, so I might just do that. And then my place for putting my daily check-in with myself. And the daily check-in for me is just basically, how is my body feeling? How am I mentally? Like, as I mentioned in another video, I have, which is quite strange for me, I've had bouts of anxiety now for about a month and a bit, which sparked everything. If you don't know, if you haven't seen my previous videos, about a month and a half ago, I just out of the blue went to the hospital to have my bloods checked for my kidney transplant, and they mentioned there that I had high cholesterol, that I had high blood pressure, and that they wanted to put me on high cholesterol medication. And they told me I have to go on blood pressure medicine because I just didn't have a choice at that point. It was so high. So about 3 days later, I took a huge panic attack, and I want to say I've never experienced anything like it. I've had a panic attack before, but this was nothing like it. My blood pressure went up to 205. I was completely panicking. I thought I was going to die. Just that type of, it was really, it felt awful. I wouldn't wish it on anybody. And after that moment, it was that moment that I knew I needed to take my health into my hands again, because I have always been someone that's pretty health conscious, but for the last 2 to 3 years I had sort of fallen a little bit with keeping my weight down, with the things that I was eating. They weren't ideally like the best foods that I should be eating for somebody who does have the possibility to get high blood pressure, and that because of my transplant. So I now vowed to be better. And the thing is that I've been having the anxiety bouts of that on and off. I think it comes from the fear of having another panic attack, or just the blood pressure in general. But yeah, I've been doing this check-in each morning to sort of check in with myself, like, how are you feeling today? Like, do you have that anxious feeling? Why do you have the anxious feeling? That sort of thing. So what's going through my mind? Do I have any physical pains? Because of course with anxiety comes, you know, that tightening in your chest, you know, the breathing thing. And I want to like talk to myself about it. I want to welcome it rather than pushing it away, because I've learned over the years that pushing these psychological things away only lead to a bigger event of it coming back in the future. So that has been something that I'm working on too. So that's what this daily section for me really is about. Did I miss 1, 2, 3? I did. I missed one more line. Oh my God. What is happening to me? So yeah, lovelies, that has been one of my goals now, is to get my anxiety under control. Like, you know, I'm a realist. I know that anxiety is not something that you can just get rid of. And at this point, I don't want to get rid of it. I'm learning that just wanting to get rid of it is just not the way to deal with it. So I'm really trying to just take it as it goes and give myself some grace and just do the right thing. Go to bed earlier, take my vitamins, look after my physical being, look after my mental well-being, and get off from being online too late. Answer emails when I actually have the time to do it, and not in the middle of the night as a stress response. So these sorts of things. And I have to say, lovelies, doing this has really changed my perspective. It has helped my anxiety so much. So I want to recommend to you, just take a moment and write down all the things that could help you and just do them. I was so worried that people would, you know, not like want to watch my Instagram anymore if I'm not on as much, or that people wouldn't shop with us anymore, or that sort of thing. And people have been so accepting. You all have just like said to me, take the time that you need and everything, and it has been just, it has helped me so much. So don't be afraid, and I just want to give you the message that you can too. And this spread has really come about only from like when I was going through that hard time last month, and it has helped me so much. So that's why I want to share it with you guys. So lovelies, enough of the talking, because I'm probably just now blabbing my mouth off and we're not getting anywhere. So here is personal. Next is the shop / work. Next is social. Next is my meals. Is my steps, workouts, and my check-in. And that is how that is looking right now. I'm going to use the 098 from Tombow, and I'm just going to put little hearts next to the headings just to give them a little okay. Then I want to actually put days of the week in there, so I'm going to use the days that came on the top here. For the last few weeks I've been using this sort of, or will I? Let me check. I have these days of the week that I've been using along here too, so I'm going to use them again because I really like the look of how the gold sets with this kit. So, and you just basically cut them because obviously the box here is like not as big. So Monday. So this is a sticker sheet that's in our shop in the script stickers section. And they come in gold, rose gold, silver, black. And of course you can use the scripts that come with the May kit itself. This is this one, but I use these for my daily pages, so I'm just going to take the N off from the Wednesday so that it fits in the box. It's all about getting creative. That's the part of planning that I love. It's like just cutting stickers up, doing things that are not like, that the stickers aren't made to be like things that what am I talking about now? Doing like unconventional things with all the stickers. That's like the best part of planning for me, is like just finding new ways to use the materials. I love it. So Friday, and then so Monday is the 28th, so we just put it in 28th and 29th, 30th, and then 01, 02. So then we have the dates all in, and now it is time to decorate. So I'm going to put the weekend, as I normally do, along the end, but I think I'm going to use a little bit of just a little something from a sticker sheet. Oh, I love that. I love this little pen with the rose. Put that right there. And I'll put the weekend next to it, just like this. Okay, now we've got this going on. I'm going to, what am I going to do here? I think I want to keep the calendar, so I'm going to do a bit of washi along the top, I think. Maybe should have whited them out, but there's no going back now, Lynda. Here's me talking to myself. We say in Ireland that, you know, when you start talking to yourself, it's the first sign of madness. But I've been talking to myself since I've been a child, so I think I must be mad by now. It must be, sure. Okay, then I need another piece of washi tape. Wherever I put it, I remember I had it somewhere. Maybe I'll have it in my little book. I do. So I'm going to take a piece from there, and you can just peel these out of your book. And then, which way am I going to put this along here like this? Ouch. Oh, I love how this looks. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, and then we cut it from the bottom edge. Okay. Bum, bum. Of course, we save everything. So here is the basis of my spread. Now we need a bit of deco. What am I gonna do? I think I'm gonna put something like this along there because I think that looks fabulous. So if I cut it from there, right there, to about, yeah. Then pop this down. Okay, so I'm loving that. And then what will I do? Then along here I want to have a few things listed. So I want to put my priorities for the week, and I'm going to use, we have these little sheets, so I'm going to stick this down here on this little pink, and then I lift them off together, and I'm going to list this one as priorities, so I have somewhere to just list. And the next one, I want to have my normal regular to-do list, things that are still a priority, but if they don't get done, it's okay that I can do them another time. I'm gonna put that in there, just like that. And then I have, what else do I, yeah, I'm gonna put my list of goals for the week, which is quite important because I still, before I go on my trip, I still want to get all my training at the gym in. I still want to get my food right, and I still want to get my steps in. So that's going to be my goals for the week. So that's that area. And on this side, what do I want to do? I think this has been working, but I didn't need it as much because I was able to still fill it in here. So I think I might just decorate a little bit here. Trying to think, what should I do? Yeah, I might leave a part of it open in case I do need sort of brain dumpy area. So I'm gonna pop this sticker just down as a bit of it. Yeah, I love the look at that. And there was some quotes on some of the sheets. I think it was on sheet 2 or 3. What sheet was it? That I want to get one of the quotes from there. It was, let me see. Yeah, here. This one, I want to put living in the moment. Pop that one just right here. Okay. And then what I want to do is add a little bit more here of some washi tape. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put the line just right there where I need to cut it. Take more of the paper. Okay, now I've got this and I want to add a little bit of vellum, and I'm loving this little coffee scene on this one, so I'm going to cut that out of here. So I think it is gorgeous. And like I did before, I'm going to basically just make this a little flap. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to use a bit of tape, and you just want to apply the tape, just about half of the tape. I use Scotch tape because it's matte and it doesn't shine. I'm not a big fan of the shiny tape, so just fold it then back on itself and you just place it down across the line. Just like that. Then you have the little pop-up door. And what I like to do is then just tear the pieces of tape from the top just like this to make them a little thinner, so that you can just tape it down from this side also, but it not affect your boxes. So now you have this little flap and it doesn't interfere with any of your writing or any of that. And then I'm going to highlight the week up here with the 177. Well, that almost was so dark that it went through the, it didn't go through the page, but it like almost you can't see the text. So, but that highlight, so that highlights my week. And I have a bunch of stuff that I've already actually wrote out. Let me show you. I did a daily page. I done a weekly spread just here the other day to sort of get things out of my mind. So I will list basically all the things that I have here that I need to put in here. So in my priorities in here. And then here will be a place that I'll be able to put like anything that comes to my mind that I need to do. Like for instance, that just came to my mind now, like is bring the dogs to the vet. Friday, because they have to get worm tablets, and the vet must see them taking them. So I'll leave that here. I always like to have a place that I can just brain dump something all from my mind and then put them into places. So let me show you how I work this, because today is Tuesday, so I want to go back and fill the space. Yesterday, I can check on my phone. Let me see what my steps were. Yesterday I had 12,778 steps. So I'll mark those in. 12,778. Workouts. Yesterday I done a weightlifting workout. I'm gonna get my, let me see, where have I put it? So I have some icon stickers here, and I'm gonna take one of the barbells, and yesterday I did upper body. Then I am planning to do, what time is it now? The time is 1:44, and I still have my picture of my little cute younger self for my anxiety here. If you didn't see in the last video, this was something that has helped me so much. So keep a photo of your younger self so that you can just tell yourself that you're safe when you're having an anxiety attack. So today I have weight training again, and it's legs. So lower body. And today I had blood test. So I like to use just the markers that are similar to the colors. This one is the 817. So today I had a blood test. And I have then later my nail appointment. So at 18:45 I have my nails, and then this morning at 8:50 I had blood test. So in here usually is anything personal. If I have coffee with my friend, anything like that, that will go into these areas. So let me check for the week what I have, that I had made that little spread. So then tomorrow I have an acupuncture appointment at 11. That's for my migraines. 11, and that's body. And then what else? I have a meeting, a video meeting. I'm unsure of the exact time. What was the time? It was at 10:30. So 10:30 vid meeting. And on Friday we have to go to the vet with the dogs. I don't know what time it is yet. Vet, dogs, worm. So that is how my setup is for personal. Yesterday, like basically in the personal section, I will put here basically anything that requires me to be out of the office or away from home or that type of thing. So this stays clear. Otherwise, if it's not something that will take me away from home, the same with my workouts, they're just for workouts, so that will obviously not be at home, but they are like in their own column. But here is like any appointments, anything, like if I've promised anything to anybody, they will be here. It's something that is a priority for my personal thing. Like, I don't put household chores or something there, because usually household chores, me and Hannah sort of divide them equally between us. We don't, it's sort of not something we discuss, it just sort of happens naturally. Let me know in the comments, how do you divide your housework, or who does the most of it, or does your husband do the gardening and you do the inside, or how do you balance it? So for instance, yesterday for the shop, I had a bunch of things to do. So I had to finish the July kit, mock-ups I had to make. So I had a bunch of things I can fill out there, that was for yesterday. Today I had so today I have had to visit the office. I did that already. I have to film this video. I then have to send email reminder, and I also have to work on the July reveal. Which opens on Thursday. So I have to work on that. Social media, I haven't anything special at the minute. My food, I put breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, and breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack. So for my meal section, basically my 3 meals are breakfast, lunch and dinner. But if I, for instance, go to the gym, I usually take a snack before I go to the gym, which could be a banana, something just fast acting carbohydrates. And then when I finish the gym, usually it's something with protein and some more fast acting carbohydrates, to replenish the muscles after the workout. And then, but because I go to the gym, usually between lunch and dinner, those snacks can be between there. So I just put them at the end. Some days, if I don't have gym workouts, I don't have snacks. Just depends. Today I'm currently sitting on 2,600 steps, so I'm nowhere near 12,000 steps. So when I go to do lower body later, I'll walk on the treadmill a little bit and likely go for a walk after. Yeah, so that's basically my whole thing updated. We're leaving on Saturday, so basically Friday will be just like packing and prepping some food for the boat. The boat leaves from Helsinki to Germany, and it's a 36-hour trip. And the boat is usually not that many like food options on it, so I like to bring some food prepped already for myself. So I bring like protein bars that I've made from home, or baked oats or something that I can just eat, because last time I was on the ship it was basically just candy bars, or then like fried foods or that sort of thing. So I want to save my good foods for back home in Ireland, so I'm trying to be good until I get there. So just taking a little. But on Wednesday I plan to do a timed run, so I'm gonna put that. I have interval run. So again, on Thursday will be upper body. and Friday lower body. And that will likely be all my workouts before we leave. Okay, and then I'll do the check-in. I wrote my check-in down on my brain dump notebook yesterday because this wasn't ready, and I'll fill that in after. But that is lovelies, this week's spread set up with the May kit. I love how it looks, and this always gets filled up with a bit of text of what I've been doing at the weekend or that, so I don't want to write anything in just yet, and I'm planning to maybe write some quotes or text that I find along there. I'll fill these things out after the video, but yeah, that's my weekly spread, and this way has been so functional for me. It allows me to do all the pretty things with making my planner pretty but also functional. So yeah, that's that. Now what I want to do is, where did I put my tabs? I want to add my little tabs. Oops. As you can see, this is the tabs I've been using, and I have my little tabs along here. So I have January, February, March, April, and my April, oh, I'm dropping everything. So I can't show you everything because in here is some of the preparation for some of the upcoming boxes, but oh, here you can see some of my spreads from April. Here's some more. This was using in the April kit. So this is just me making the July kit and just all the things I need to remember for it. But basically this is how I journal. And I have a bunch of things, like I was swatching the coffee and plan in here, and then I have a bunch of things like for while I was designing the Pink My Life box, so I just can't show those things. But so I have a bunch of journaling to catch up on, but here is my next daily spread. So what do I want to do here? I want to first, of course, put my May, I want to put my May thing in. I'm going to just cut it down a little bit because I prefer if mine doesn't stick out from the side of the planner. Some people prefer it to have the exact A5 dimensions. I prefer to have it a little bit smaller. So which side will I take it off? I think I'll take it off from this side. Just taking off a little smidge from it. I know you probably can't see it on the... So, and then I just round out the corners. I do have a corner, but it is at the office. So I'm just gonna round them out like with a scissors. So you don't need any fancy thing to actually round things. And I'm gonna stick, I might take just a smidge, just a tiny smidge off from the just so that it's definitely not hanging out the edges. Yeah, that's better. Then I'm going to get a bit of tape. It's very hard to remember to always do the thing on camera because of course I pull the planner close to myself and the pages and everything. And then just lift this up. Oh, well, don't rip your page, Lynda. Okay, and then just cut it off from here. And what I do is I fold it like I did with I actually put it on the wrong side. Good job, Lynda. Good job. The good thing about Scotch tape is that it does come off easily. So you just swap over the side again. I don't know if some of you remember in my very first videos, the time when I made the biggest mistake with one of my dashboards, and then I ended up ripping the one whole page out of my planner, and you were like, what, why? So I just fold it over just like this. And I actually rounded the wrong corners too, so I've got to do those again. Good job, Lynda. Seems like you made a good effort. Ouch. Not being very good at teaching how to do this. Okay, I think I managed to get it now. Okay. Just like that. So she is in, and now because my book starts to be quite chunky, it is chunky. Let me show you how my last 2 years planners look. We started making planners in 2024, so last year, but before that I had Hobonichi. But look at how thick they are. This is the Rosey Life Planner, and this is the Hobonichi, so you can see just how they both bend at the spines anyway. But I just love being able to flick back through our planners, and actually here you can see, here is my very first subscription kit, was in August, and I don't think much has changed in how I plan. My journaling pretty much the same as always, and then this was last year's planning. Yeah, I love looking back at all the kits because it's just, love it. And I love that, you know, when you are consistent with your themes, you just have a whole planner at the end of the year that is just all these beautiful kits you had all year long, and you can just go through them and look at beautiful colors and just the cohesiveness. I love it. Kind of addicted to that, but lovely. So now I have the April. Now I'm putting in May. I'm going to put May where, right here. So how I normally do it is I take the tab and I get where the April was, just going to make sure that you can actually see it. And then fold it over. Just make sure that you have it well folded. Just like that. And then what I like to do on my tabs is just round them off a little bit more, because they are quite square. So I'll do it to the other one. Too picky. So, and then my tab for May is here now too. So bring my tab in, and that is me all ready for May. So just to get me started, I'm going to just add a sticker and that to my May and just show you, because as I said, after Saturday I'll be on the road, so I'll be enjoying this in the camper van, but I want to set up a few pages because this week is crazy. So I'm gonna put look at the bunny, I love it. I'm gonna use this while I'm away because it's sort of like a resting bunny, definitely. But I'm going to think, what am I going to use to decorate this beautiful page? I'm going to use this, I think. This sort of beautiful fence with this beautiful rose. I'm always cutting up the vellum, such a crime. Such a crime, but it's creative. Creative crime. So, I think, I'm trying to think if I want a flap or, yeah, I want a flap. I think I'm going to do a flap. So I need it to be a little bit straighter edge. And I need a bit more tape. Oops. Okay, so I've got that in, and then I have my days of the week, and the 1st of May is 1st of May is a Thursday, so I'm going to use this. I think I'm going to put it here and this right here, and I'm going to use a little floral from somewhere, but what should I use? Oh, I really like that. I'm just wondering if I should use the, maybe not. Yeah, let me see. Kind of want something that's just lining the edge a little bit. Okay, I love just how simple and pretty that is. Just put that in there. Okay, and then my text will be along there. Trying to think, do I want... Yeah, so that is my daily page for the 1st of May setup. So I can write all along there. It's likely I will probably use a few more stickers when I'm making it, but for now I will write probably in 2 columns in this sort of case. And then on to the next day, and with this one I'm just going to, as I said, because this week is so busy, I want to sort of have just a few pages ready, because Friday we'll be packing to leave, and Saturday we'll be on the road pretty early in the morning because our ship leaves, I think, at 3 from Helsinki. It takes us 4 hours from here to get there, so yep, it will be pretty busy days. So I think what I'm going to do is make a little flap from here for this. Just like that. Yep. It's crazy how much time, if you think about it, we spend just like deciding where a sticker should go. Are you somebody, let me know in the comments, are you somebody who puts items down without really thinking about them? Or are you somebody who sort of like hems and han about putting a sticker down on the different places? I am definitely the him and ha. Like I could move things around like 10 times before I decide where to put them. So again, I'm just folding it down. So this is like if you want the little flap. And I need to turn the planner around so that I can line it up with the corner of okay. Just like that. And then then we've got that, and I'm going to put a bit of white out over the date here because I rarely use the actual dates that are printed in the planner. Even when I was using an undated or a Hobonichi, you know, if you look back on my channel, I was always somebody who covers every bit of color. I like to have a blank canvas. So I'm gonna just pop this sticker down there. And then I'm going to use one of these gold stickers, if I can remember where I put them. Here. So it will be, if I remember, that was Thursday. Yep. So I need a Friday from the gold sticker camp. Put the Friday here. Friday, 2nd of May. Just like this. And then we're ready to go again. And I think what I will do with this is I'm going to put a little bit of a floral or what do I want along here? Because I'm thinking, no, I'm going to leave it blank for now until I can fully decide. And then over here, I think I'm going to use these strips. I actually saw on one of Sterling Ink's videos where she had put down these strips on her page just like this, and I thought it was cool. So let's give it a go. I'm not sure if I can pull off her amazingness, but let's give it a whirl. Wow, that kind of does look pretty cool. And then I'll be looking for these strips. And I'll be like, where did I put them? I haven't used them. Usually how my life goes. And for this one, I'm going to, because this is Saturday, I'm going to be on my holidays then. Where am I going to put this? Put her here. Hey, don't be at it. I want her to kind of, really like that. And then I need to wipe out the dates again. So this gives you kind of the idea. Also, if I'm writing in my planner, I'll still use these type of markers that I was telling you about. So the 817, the 117, there's a few colors that I mentioned at the beginning of the video, and I'll just give you an idea. Like if I'm writing something, I either use pen or I'll use a color that corresponds with the kit. So I like to like highlight a phrase or something that I say in a text, so that it's sort of, if I'm flipping through, I can sort of see, oh, that was happening that day. So let me see what else I have here. Yeah, I'm going to use another one of these, and I'm going to put, let me think, where am I going to put that? This is going to be Saturday, so I'll put Saturday up here. Saturday, and it is May 3rd. Kind of going all out on my daily pages, and I kind of do love to go all out on the daily pages because they're kind of that, if you see on all my planners that I just showed you, they're all chunked up on the daily pages because that's where I use most of my vellums and dashboards. So I'm going to pop that down there, or will I? I'll put it here. Or will I put it here? No, I'm going to put it there. Yep. Hey. Got a little something on here. Okay, gone out. And then I'll just pop that into place. Okay, just like that. So now that gives you the idea of what my daily pages will be looking like so far in April. I have a few pages left of April left to do, but this is generally how I decorate my daily pages. So lovelies, that is my setup. There is the daily pages so far for this month, and my weekly pages, or where are they? Here is my weekly page for this week, and then my monthly page is right here. So lovelies, I hope you enjoyed another setup video with me, but I want to say thank you so much for watching again, and I really hope you have an amazing month in May. Let's get active, a little bit active at least, that we can keep ourselves happy and healthy. And lovelies, I just want to say I'm so grateful to have you all here, and that I'm just so grateful that you are able to support our shop and support us. It means the world to me, and I want to say just thank you for that. So thank you for watching again, and I'm going to see you in the next video, and I'll try to take some videos from Ireland so that I can show you. And if you want to follow along with my trip to Ireland, follow along on my Instagram. It's just Rosey Life Planner. You will find us on Instagram, and all the links are below. So Lovelies, I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Bye.